In the spring of 1942, the war in Europe was grinding on. Nazi Germany controlled much of the continent, and the mighty battleship Tirpitz, sister ship of the destroyed Bismarck, loomed as a constant threat to Allied convoys in the Atlantic. If Tirpitz ever sailed into open waters and needed repairs, one place was capable of handling her: the Normandy dry dock at Saint-Nazaire on the French Atlantic coast. To neutralize this threat, the British planned one of the most daring raids of World War II. Operation Chariot would be a direct assault on the heavily fortified dockyard. The objective was simple but incredibly risky: sail an old destroyer packed with explosives into the dock gates and blow it up, rendering the facility useless. The chosen ship was HMS Campbelltown, a worn-out American destroyer given to the Royal Navy. It was modified to look like a German vessel and loaded with over 4 tons of delayed action explosives, hidden beneath concrete and steel. On the night of March 27, 1942, a flotilla of British ships and commandos slipped across the English Channel under darkness. They carried just over 600 men, Royal Navy sailors and British commandos, prepared for a near-suicidal mission. As they approached Saint-Nazaire in the early hours of March 28th, German spotlights lit them up. Alarms sounded. The harbour defences opened fire. Still, HMS Campbelltown, moving at full speed, charged ahead. Bullets and shells tore through the ship as it surged forward, and then, with incredible precision, it rammed into the dock gates at 20 knots. The men on board disembarked under heavy fire while demolition teams scrambled ashore to destroy nearby infrastructure. Chaos erupted as commandos engaged German defenders in brutal, close-quarter combat. Casualties mounted. Of the 18 small vessels accompanying Campbelltown, most were destroyed or disabled. Many commandos were killed or captured. Only a few managed to escape. But the key element of the plan, the explosives inside Campbelltown, had not yet done their job. Hours later, as German officers inspected the ship, the charges detonated. The explosion tore the destroyer and the dock apart, killing dozens of German troops instantly and rendering the dry dock completely inoperable. It would remain out of action for the rest of the war. Operation Chariot was a tactical success bought at enormous cost. Of the 622 men who set out, only 228 returned to Britain. The rest were killed or taken prisoner, but the raid had achieved its aim. Tirpitz could no longer risk Atlantic operations without the safety of Saint-Nazaire. It was, honestly, a stunning example of audacity, sacrifice, and meticulous planning. Operation Chariot became one of the most celebrated special operations of the war. 34 decorations for gallantry were awarded, including 5 Victoria Crosses, the highest British military honour. The dry dock remained a twisted wreck for the remainder of the conflict, a monument to one of the most daring raids ever attempted by Allied forces.